Life to her.
2, 1.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Davis Noble, and I am joined here with
Colin Knowlton from the
Colin
men's
Knowlton.
team.
Today we're gonna head down for the pregame interview with Alex Medina. Take it away, Alex.
Action. Go. Go.
Okay. I'm here with Coach Mahoney at GCU for the women's rugby game against UCLA. Coach, you guys lost your last game. What are you looking to do better this game to beat UCLA?
In order to beat UCLA based on the last game, we're looking to maintain possession, so providing nice, clean, aggressive support in those rucks.
Now, you guys are undefeated against UCLA, and the team looks very connected with each other. How's their chemistry?
Their chemistry is great. They've always been one of our best competitions in our conference, so I'm looking forward to playing against that. They play very similarly to us, so you're going to see a lot of wide rugby, a lot of fast rugby. It should be a fun game.
You hear it from Coach Mahoney for GCU Rugby.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Alex. Tonight we are doing Grand Canyon University Lopes versus the University of California Los Angeles Bruins in an exhibition rugby match. It is a beautiful afternoon here in Phoenix, Arizona. We have a high of 78, little bit of humidity, and little to no wind. So today we have UCLA with a record of 4-0 and GCU's 2024 record of 3-1. UCLA's head coach is Matthew Raba and head coach Lindsay Mahoney for the Antelopes. Today, we're going to be having a matchup that could be one for the books. So GCU has been playing against UCLA for the past few years so far, since 2018 or 2017 actually. And every single game, GCU has taken the victory. So GCU is currently 7-0 against UCLA.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to look to avenge a tough loss to another rival for the women's team in BYU. On paper, not a very competitive game, but man, I was there and those girls wanted it. And I think they're going to come out strong, our girls, our GCU girls. But I don't know. We watched UCLA play about 2 weeks ago. The women's team, they were playing before our game against UCLA in UCLA, and they were beating a San Diego State squad that looked pretty good. So I'm excited for this
Yeah,
personally.
for sure. And, GCU, taking the loss against BYU, those Cougars, man, they are quite the juggernaut team.
So is their men's team.
Yeah, for sure, I bet.
I've had the pleasure of playing BYU a couple times here at GCU, and men's, women's, they're a tough team to handle. So,
Mhm.
um, but yeah, I think the girls come back hard this weekend, and I'm hoping to see a good outing from our girls. Obviously,
Absolutely.
I'm a little biased, but
Well, last year's record with GCU, they ended 8-2 with an overall second place finish. While UCLA's last year statistics come in with an overall of 3 wins and 3 losses, finishing in 4th overall.
yeah, and this D1 Elite Women's Division, I mean, it's basically all West Coast teams, and they're all really competitive. BYU, U of A,
Hmm.
us, GCU, ASU, I think is in that as well. Cal Berkeley, but it's all very competent. Central Washington University, very very good team as well.
It's going to be quite the game today. As we wait for them to get started, we are joined today from the Varsity Sports Show with RJ being behind the scenes. We have Alyssa, Sam, and Alex all down with cameras. While we have Alex actually running field coordination and running the interviews throughout the games with the coaches. We also have Kobe down there as well, running the third camera. Last game we had on February 17th, we had the GCU versus BYU. The game was 50-13. Amaya de la Cruz was one of the only people to get a try within that game, along with Sam Garcia, who was 1 for 1 on her 2-point conversions.
Yeah, the score line for that was, like I said, not dependent on how the girls played. They
Right.
played into the 80th minute,
Yeah.
and sometimes that's all it takes. Just to play hard for 80 minutes in rugby is such a hard task, and these girls did it. These girls did that, especially against a hard, tough, really tough opponent.
And speaking of Amaya de la Cruz, she's back for her final year as a bonus, since after winning last year's election to become this year's ASGCU vice president. So we currently have our vice president playing on the field today.
Amaya is the vice president of our school,
Right.
but also the president on the rugby pitch. She plays fly half for us, which, if I could equate it to football, would be like a quarterback.
There you go.
She runs our offense. She tells the girls where to go, offensively and defensively. So be on the lookout for Amaya to make some great plays for not only herself, but for the team in general.
Before we get this game started, we're going to go ahead and cut to a break here. We will be right back, everybody.
When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hey folks, J.R. Lambright here, special field correspondent for the Varsity Sports Show. Join me every Saturday from 8 to 10 a.m. Pacific for JR's Texas Tales, where I share stories of Texans who triumphed over adversity and gave back to their local communities. Tune in for a bit of gritty edification on KDUS AM 1060, Arizona.
What can we talk about when we're back?
Okay. All right, so Miami is at Kansas City.
They'll be facing the 6th seeded North Valley Christian Academy.
Number 30.
The Varsity Sports Show replay. Perfect play design on second down and 7. Gray unloading downfield. Just his second.
We beat ASU by our girls.
Hey everybody, I'm David Lopez out of the University of Florida, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show, and I can't wait to tell you guys about a star wideout who's made the move from Arizona to national powerhouse IMG. Raiden Vines-Bright, a 4-star receiver who spent his first 3 seasons at Corona del Sol, recently packed his bags and made the trip out to Bradenton, Florida to sign for one of the nation's best football schools. IMG Academy, the 4th-ranked team nationally according to Max Preps, is known for its state-of-the-art facilities and success in breeding top-level college and professional football players. After his team went 3-8 this season and missed the playoffs, with Vines-Bright contributing 1,100 yards and 9 touchdowns in his junior season, Raiden decided it was time for a change of scenery after 3 seasons at Corona without a playoff win.
I have a friend that's from Arizona that plays for IMG, and so the coach found out about me and told him to text me. It was really just a must. There's just so many benefits to moving out here.
Already recruited by major schools across the country, Vines-Bright won't need to boost his stock much by attending IMG. However, it will prepare him for the top-level competition awaiting for him in college.
Develop development-wise, I kind of made the move to get ready for college, so just become a better player myself.
Raiden has already received offers from some of the nation's best schools, such as college football playoff champions Michigan, Alabama, Arkansas, Texas A&M, ASU, the University of Arizona, and recently the University of Florida, a school that is just a 2-hour drive from his new home at IMG. However, entering his senior season, the Arizona native isn't looking to go too far from home.
Really, U of A, I feel like, has been high on my list just because, it's close to home and, the coaching staff shows a lot of love.
I did have to ask Raiden what the chances would be that I'd see him in my school's orange and blue.
They're definitely my top 3 right now, but I got to schedule my OV here soon and, see what happens with that.
Raiden Vinesbright is one of the best talents to come out of Arizona recently and will join a star-studded cast at IMG, looking to make a big splash on the national stage. Once again, I'm David Lopez from the University of Florida, and you're watching the Varsity Sports Show.
Get this game started. Let's talk about UCLA's win streaks currently. They're currently sitting at a 5-game win streak. So the question is are they going to be able to take down our Lopes here?
See, the win streak for the UCLA Bruins. They, like I said, 2 weeks ago or whenever we were in UCLA, they were putting in the try zone versus SDSU.
Yeah, it looks like they beat them 32-12 on their last game on February 10th.
I think, not winning against a team for this is the fourth time in a row that they've played each other, and UCLA hasn't beaten them once. So hopefully that lights a little bit of fire, coming all this way from UCLA. Not easy, so.
And the game is going to begin any second now, and it looks like it's going to be GCU's ball to begin.
And here we go.
Let's get this game started. GCU Lopes versus UCLA Bruins coming in.
Janice Dykes with a hard carry immediately.
Coming in for the push. She's down. It's GCU's possession. Over to Amaya.
To Sam Garcia. Sam Garcia to Kathleen Brambick, who, unfortunately drops the ball. That'll be a knock-on scrum to UCLA.
Knock-on scrum for UCLA.
So I know maybe not a lot of people are tuned in to rugby, so that is what I'm here for today. So GCU just knocked the ball on, and to restart possession, we have a scrum. 8 forwards against 8 forwards. Contest and for possession and the ball. Shout out to the men's and women's forwards coach, Coach Kyle. He does the scrum and the lineouts for both the men's and the women's team. He is a great coach.
How long has he been coaching forwards for?
He's been coaching the women's for 2 or 3 years now. He just joined the men's team this year.
Awesome. And it looks like it's going into UCLA's possession.
Yeah, penalty for UCLA for wheeling the scrum. That is when one of the front rowers, the 1, 2, or the 3, over pushes, for example.
And that penalty ends in GCU's possession.
UCLA's possession. So
Sorry.
On penalties, if the ball gets kicked out, it goes back to you.
Heard.
It is your line out.
Waiting for the throw-in.
Overthrow.
She's
not
taken
straight.
Down.
Not straight is the call. The thrower must throw the ball in directly down the tunnel.
And if not, that's a penalty.
It is a penalty.
Now, Colin, just a quick question for you. What is a try?
A try is the equivalent of a touchdown in football, but for a try, you have to ground the ball in the end zone to score the points, and then the conversion is actually 2 points. So a try is 5 points, and the conversion after is 2 points.
Makes the same equivalence as a touchdown.
Here we go. Sam Garcia with a big carry. Fun fact about Sam Garcia, she does our strength and conditioning for the men's team and the women's team.
No way.
Yeah, yeah. She
That's
does a great
amazing.
job.
Taken down. Ball's still in GCU's possession.
Amaya to Joanne. Joanne
Joanne's
dummies and
preparing.
goes down the middle. Offloads to
Back
Amaya.
to Amaya. Picked
Sydney-
up by Sydney.
See Amaya slowing the pattern of play down,
Back
getting the
to
girls
Amaya.
set.
Ball over to Atira.
Follow the ball, follow the ball.
Back to Amaya.
Zoom out two, zoom out. Too much.
And that's Danielle, who was taken down. Back over to Lauren.
Follow the ball, follow the ball.
Going in for the push. GCU remains possession.
Unfortunate drop by GCU there.
On one.
They were really just starting to get into their pattern of play and really get into what they want to do. They want to attack that middle of the field they got some big girls that run really, really hard.
Yeah.
So they're trying to attack that middle of the field to open out space for the likes of Sam Garcia and Kat Brambick and Kalea.
Sam Garcia, she is, I believe, tied with the most tries for this season so far. She's tied with Kat Bambrick and Maya Littell.
Yeah, unfortunately, Angel Lucaro, who hurt her hand or broke her hand, I'm pretty sure, in the last game, won't be able to try and take that record from him. But all three great try scorers.
Yeah. And Sam, she seems to be the 2-point conversion kicker, yeah?
Yeah, she has a great boot on her. She trains it during the women's practices, during the men's practices. She's always out there kicking the ball. So.
Awesome. And she's holding 22-point conversions along with 2 drop goals.
Scrum win for GCU there.
Ball is picked up by Atira, but it unfortunately falls back over to UCLA. Another scrum coming your way. Ends in GCU's possession. Over to Amaya. She's running with the ball, taking it across field. Over to... Oh. And the ball is not able to be connected.
UCLA ball though. This is the first time they have it on offense. Let's see what they're capable of here. Ooh, off the shins, bad pass by the scrum half. No knock on because it was never caught. It was kicked. Good tackle by Maya Little in the middle of the field. Penalty GCU for not rolling away. You can't just stay in there. You got to tackle and you got to get out immediately.
And so when that's not done, there's a penalty down.
Yeah, you can't slow down the possession and the play.
And now when there's a penalty that occurs, you're given options. That's correct. There's line out.
UCLA chooses the tap and go with that option.
There we go. So there's tap and go, line out, and is there
scrum.
Scrum.
And then if you're close enough, you can kick for the points for 3 points.
3 points. Is that a drop kick goal?
No, it's off the tee. It's off the tee.
Awesome, awesome.
UCLA trying to go wide. Big tackle by Kalea.
One, zoom in on the action. Act like you're
Out of bounds, dragged out by Bianca Curtis. There's some real women ballers on this GCU squad.
I believe it.
A lot of Pac West All Stars. I know Sam Garcia. She plays for Gorilla Rugby for sevens. Bianca is an All-American. We got some really good ballers, women ballers out here.
Amazing. And you said Bianca, she is a junior from Camarillo, California, and Sam Garcia is a junior from Renton, Washington.
Joanne Alvarez with the offload to Kalea.
Over
the
to
offload
Amaya.
to Amaya.
Passes.
Cat picks it up.
Lost it on 2, going to 1.
Remains in GCU's possession.
You can go
Maya
Good
taking the
tackle by Maya.
push. Over to Anita.
Great run by Chloe Williams.
I lost the ball on you.
It's pushed over to Makaya.
Illegal poach there by UCLA. You have to release the ball and release the ball carrier once you make that tackle.
Yeah. Yeah, try to get that action going. This is a lot of
Is this a moment where they can go for a 3-point kick?
They could, but they decide to go
with the line out?
with the line out here. Maybe see a mauled in try here. I know Coach Kyle loves his mauled in tries.
There we go.
1 hand left and down. On 1.
New ball coming in. Fortunately, the last one was kicked over the fence.
If you want to switch positions, I have time. I have time. You can switch it out.
Good throw by Maya. Here comes the maul.
Pushing towards the end zone.
Maya Little drove him back here, but GCU still with possession. Close to the UCLA line.
Amaya takes it, passes it back.
Oh.
Ooh, little bobble with the ball.
Knock on GCU UCLA scrum.
Pan out 2, or pan out 3, sorry. 3. 2, where are you?
GCU's head coach, Lindsay Mahoney. This is her 5th year coaching for GCU. And UCLA's head coach, Matthew Raba. This is his 1st year with UCLA, actually. So maybe his new coaching skills could possibly get UCLA to take this win today.
I do not know much about UCLA's coach, but Coach Lindsay, she played professional sevens in the PR Sevens League and is a very highly rated women's player as well. She'll come out and play touch with the boys and
love that.
will kill us sometimes. Yeah.
You guys ever done 7-on-7 with her?
At times,
could be a dangerous game.
She comes out and plays some touch rugby with us.
There you go.
Great thing about Arizona is that there's just so much rugby to be played and so much rugby everywhere. There's about 20 or so children's matches being played right now. There's 3 or 4 high-level men's teams playing right now.
Okay.
So Saturday is always a rugby day in
Always
Arizona.
packed with rugby. And your guys' season is usually in the spring.
Yeah,
along with children's leagues or
I think for Arizona it's more of a year-round thing.
Awesome.
But yeah, our season is in full effect right now. Thankfully, we're off this weekend, so no rugby to be played for GCU men's, but we had offside advantage called. Oh, not rolling away, so penalty for UCLA. See if they go with a quick tap option or.
Looks like that might be their go-to.
I think it is.
Quick tap it is. And Amaya's taken in the tackle and is able to take her down. Possession remains with UCLA.
UCLA trying to go wide. Big kick by number 5. You don't see a lot of number 5s kicking in rugby nowadays.
No, that's their lock position?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And so what does that consist of?
A lock is mainly a support role,
Okay.
if you will, for at least for men's rugby for our team. They do a lot of ruck support. They make a lot of tackles. Um, they carry hard. But for UCLA, it seems like they got a multi-tool lock, which is great to see.
You do love to
Amazing to
see
see. Yeah.
different ways of positions functioning.
Yeah.
Kind of keeps you on your toes a little bit.
I mean, if a lock got a ball in one of our games, I wouldn't expect him to kick.
GCU with the throw in. And it
Good
ends
win
in our
by knock on for GCU. It seems that GCU is just knocking at the door, and then something goes wrong, and there's a
knocking on the
reset
door
for
and no one's
UCLA.
answering.
Yeah.
We have a scrum coming our way once again. Over to Amaya. Amaya carries the ball, passes it back over to who's picking that up? UCLA, almost getting possession, but it ends with a penalty.
Another knock on for GCU.
Knock on. GCU's next game to be played at Claremont against Claremont McKenna on Saturday, March 2nd at 11 a.m. Arizona time. This will be played in Claremont, California, so if you're watching local, that is 10 a.m.
I think they have a 2-game weekend next
way.
weekend. So
Okay.
they travel to Claremont, and then I think they play, don't quote me on this, UCSB maybe?
Okay. No, they don't have to travel too far for that then.
No,
That's nice.
no. My first year, we did that trip. We played UCSB and then Cal Poly.
And is that a doubleheader like back to back, or is it
That is-
within like a couple of days of each
We
other?
leave on Friday, you play on Friday, and then you play on Sunday, or sometimes Saturday, Monday.
Okay. Get like a nice day to travel around a bit. Get
rest.
comfortable in Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
Now it looks like GCU might be going for the line out.
Good kick by Sam Garcia.
She's got that foot.
She does. She does.
Fun fact, my mother actually used to attend UCLA.
Oh.
So this is kind of a bit of a family rival game going on.
Yeah.
Here. Throw in over to GCU. They maintain possession as they go in for a try, but it is called out.
In a mall, you can't shield the player. You must drive through the player. There, GCU is caught shielding the player before UCLA engaged.
And that penalty leads into a line out for UCLA, and they get the ball for their push.
Yeah. On one.
So what was that you were just saying, Colin?
So a maul is off of a line out. It's just a contest for the ball. So normally you have, like now, a tackle, Lauren Campbell, tackled, ruck. If she does not go to ground and there's an equal push for the ball, then that is a maul. And that is what we saw GCU fail to operate that last possession. Another knock on for GCU, just knocking at the door in the 22 for UCLA. They really want to score.
Yeah.
They really want to score.
getting an early try, a try early in the game, might set them up for a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah, it's a big deal,
Yeah.
especially playing a team that you haven't beat,
Mhm.
right? I mean, if I was UCLA, I'd be pretty happy with where we're at.
Right.
20 minutes into the game, haven't let up a try yet. But yeah, GCU, I feel like once they knock on that door and knock it down, I feel like those floodgates will open for
Right,
them.
and I mean they've been on UCLA's half for the majority of the game. UCLA had I think one push on their offensive side, but were unsuccessful
Great
unfortunately.
push from that left side of the scrum. That is Sydney Willis.
Uh,
Sydney Willis
Sydney Willis, she's a sophomore from Gresham, Oregon.
makes great cookies, cupcakes.
Mm.
Follow Milk and Honey Bakery on Instagram. There's my one selfless plug for the day.
You heard it again, Sydney Willis.
Milk and Honey,
Professional
Milk and Honey
cookie and
Bakery.
cupcakes.
Yeah.
It's great to see our players, our women's rugby team, having some great hobbies. We have a vice president out here and a professional baker. It's crazy to think who else has all kinds of talent on this team in both rugby and anything else.
Actually, on 2 now. Sorry.
UCLA going for the quick tap? Must be.
It was a great tackle made by Atira. UCLA kicks the ball away. Sam Garcia there to cover. That's fine. It goes backwards. Oh, back to
Called
where
by the
they
ref.
kicked it. I'm waiting to see what his call is. Maybe just injury. That means time off for injury. So time is now off.
Do they stop the clock or do they just add in additional time towards the end of the game?
So it's up to ref's discretion. So he stops the watch. He stops his watch right now. So for us, it is still going.
Yeah.
But yes,
looks like they just stopped the scoreboard, sitting at 20:08.
UCLA with a player down. Hope all the best. Our athletic trainer, Kiana Peck, and her athletic assistant, Tuesday, is out there helping her. Good to know that she can help both UCLA and GCU. She's a great trainer for both men's and women's clubs.
Shout out GCU Sports Medicine.
Shout out GCU Sports Medicine and Kiana.
We couldn't be here without them.
I definitely wouldn't be.
Completely understand that. And Colin, what is your position on your team?
I play in the front row.
Okay.
So 1, 2, or 3. I'm proud of myself in being able to play all 3.
There you go. And what was your grade again? How long you been playing?
I've been playing since I was maybe I came out. My dad was a high level rugby player.
There you go.
And so I was born into the rugby culture.
Exactly.
And I don't think there's ever been a moment where I haven't loved every minute playing this sport. So basically my entire life.
Yeah. And and is this what brought you to GCU? Was rugby or?
Yeah. So our men's coach, Coach O'Leary, I've known him for a very long time, and he called me one day and asked me what I was doing, and it was right after COVID, and so he was like, "Hey, where are you going in August?" And I was like, nowhere, not too sure." Brought me out to Phoenix, and that was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, I'm a senior now. So
Nice, man. Are you graduating this semester?
Yes, sir.
I will be too.
Yes, sir. Awesome.
We got 2 graduates here hosting your guys' game tonight. Potential graduates, that is. We still got to get through 2 more months.
Yeah, 2 more months.
And it's a call on the ref for a scrum.
Knock on UCLA, scrum to GCU. Hopefully we can see the girls have a good push on the scrum and get it out to the backs, and maybe we see our first try of the game today.
Would be nice to see a try from either team within this first half.
On 3. Back to 2. Again.
Good push from the women's forwards.
Maya carrying it over to
Sam
Garcia with the push.
Back to Joanne Alvarez. Good carry from Joanne. transfer from AIC, American International College.
Wow.
We have one of ours on our men's team. Here goes Sam Garcia.
Oh, down right before they reach the try line.
Chloe, big carry.
Going in for the push. Does she get it?
Oh, here we go, ladies.
Oh, UCLA stops them right before the zone. And they are
Held up. Oh, no.
Oh, man.
GCU women's held up in the try zone. So for a try to be a try, to get those 5 points, that ball must be grounded.
Gotcha.
There it seems that UCLA player was able to get under her.
Where they're able to stop getting the ball to hit the ground, and it ends up in their possession. Or
It results in a goal line dropout. So it is a
Gotcha.
drop kick. Back to GCU. Goes out of bounds. GCU women's line out.
Pan left. It's gonna come in from the middle. Pan up. Pan up. 2.
Do you know who That try attempt was done by Malia Stewart. She is a junior from Longmont, Colorado.
Not a straight throw in for GCU women's.
Yes.
UCLA decides to go back to the line out for their own possession.
We'll check in at the 15-minute mark. Actually, yeah, because
Balls
I
through.
want to see what
A little bit over.
There's a list.
The ball bobbles around and ends in UCLA's possession.
Questions wants to ask on one.
Knock on UCLA. Yeah, it seems like the ball for both teams is just having an issue going to hand. So,
And could you remind us what is a knock on?
a knock on is when a player fails to catch the ball and the ball goes forward, and it results in a scrum.
Gotcha.
It seems that GCU has a player off.
So
normally you have 8 in that scrum.
So it's
but
7v8 going on here. But it still ends in GCU's possession.
penalty for, again, wheeling that scrum. That left side of the scrum seems to be a little bit too strong over there.
And so that was a penalty on GCU.
Penalty on GCU. Everybody has to drive equally. So
It's the crazy, rugby just involves so much teamwork when it comes to both just driving the ball and, maintaining possession, or even just receiving or trying to get possession. It requires similar strength and just a lot of similar minds.
yeah, on the men's team, we strive to be, in the forward pack at least, 8 as one, and then as a team, 15 as one.
Lovely.
We want to be as together as possible.
One pan down.
That's the beauty of rugby. There is no I in team.
UCLA going for the pick and go options here. Try and get a little bit stability in their attack, build some phases together. GCU doing a great job at defending it, though.
Pass back.
Ooh, past UCLA's wing. Takes to the sideline. Big tackle by Chloe Williams. Ref deems it high.
A tackle made by number 14, Kat Bambrick.
Looks like we have another injured UCLA player.
We hope she is okay. Looks like it might have been the same player from our last injury. Hopefully she is able to get back up and continue playing.
Hold on, wait. Two still landfill.
Fun fact about head coach Matthew Raba, it's he was a former California player and has spent the last decade playing for the Pasadena Rugby Club.
I don't know much about Pasadena Rugby Club, but you said he played for Cal?
California. He was Oh, we're going to jump back down to Alex for a quick interview with our GCU coach, Lindsay.
Okay, I am down here on the sideline with Coach Mahoney. Coach, you guys are managing to move the ball pretty good. How do you feel and how optimistic are you about winning?
I'm very optimistic. I feel like we've been in their half the majority of the game, also in their 22. Again, like I said at the beginning, all we need to do is maintain possession for a few more phases in order to score, to put enough pressure on this team. So hopefully we can do that. Less drop balls, less penalties, and we'll be able to get into their try zone.
Now, even though you guys don't have any points right now, how is the team feeling, and what might be a conversation at halftime?
Halftime, again, maintain possession. We seem a little bit flat right now, so I want to see us get a little bit more energy into the second half, get past their gain line to put them under enough pressure.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And we are back.
Let's see if UCLA here can get out of their own half with a penalty kick to the sideline. Seems like 14 was able to get off on her own.
No, Alyssa, you don't have an SD card in there, but I got it live, so it went live stream. No, you're fine. You're good.
And the line out for UCLA.
It was on the live stream.
33, that's a good shot.
They're going to go up.
Number 2, Lucrezia Castellanos going in for the line-out throw. Over to Amaya.
Over to Chloe Williams. Big carry into the middle of the field. They flow left to Amaya. To Bianca to Sam. Oh, she's trying to get that one extra pass to the outside. Knock on GCU, UCLA ball.
No, you don't need to unplug. You don't need to unplug. You don't need to unplug every time. You can tell Alex. Yeah, you're muted on this side. Yeah, everyone's muted on this side except for the
Scrum coming our way.
That's a good shot actually. On 2.
It's from GCU ball, my bad. Good
Gets
push
in
for the
position.
women.
Over to Amaya.
Over to Bianca with a big inside carry line.
And they're able to maintain possession.
Penalty advantage for being offsides. They're going to come back to this advantage.
Bodies in field. Camera 2.
Great kick by Sam Garcia.
Sammy, I was just about to go to you, and then the ref went in the way.
Currently have 12 minutes and 23 seconds left of the first half. The score is still 0-0. No tries have been done, although there have been about few attempts from GCU.
Yeah, like we said, GCU's knocking out that door. Nope. Overthrow by GCU. Out to UCLA's back line. Big carry, big tackle.
And it's over to GCU.
GCU wins possession from the ruck. Joan Alvarez gaining some meters. Not rolling away. Got to get out of there.
And a line out. GCU.
Looks like they're having a bit of a discussion here. Going for points. Taking the points here. Sam Garcia looking to take her first points of the match. Off the tee.
And off the tee, and that's worth 3 points.
3 points, correct. It's a great way, make the defense pay, for having penalties in their own half. Taking the 3 points, coming back, getting a bit of water, saying, "Hey, girls, we're in this game. We're right there."
Mhm.
You know.
Kick, field goal try, pretty much.
Sam Garcia will be taking the kick
And luckily no one.
with the strong right foot.
Get ready to get the action on after the kick.
And she goes.
Good
And it's
strike,
good.
Sam.
GCU now leads 3-0 against UCLA Bruins with 10 minutes to go in the first half.
You can see one of the leaders on this team, Janice Dykes, telling the girls to keep up this pressure, keep building off of this. They want to score in bunches. And right now they're not doing that, but they got about 10, 12 minutes left in this half to make something happen. Looks like that yellow card is coming back.
3, go to midfield, get the
Atira Tightman off with the yellow card for 10 minutes. It looks like she's coming back on. What a perfect time.
All right, on 3. On 1.
Caught by Bianca. Dummies through the line.
GCU maintains possession. Over to Kalia.
Who unfortunately turns it over.
2. Back to 1.
Back to the Bruins.
Go to 3. On 3.
GCU trying to strip away that ball.
Back to 3.
But it still maintains in the Bruins' hands.
2.
Number 20,
Good tackle
Lauren
by
Moore
Milo.
going in for the push.
Back to 1.
UCLA women's backs working the ball out wide. Oh my gosh, big gap. UCLA looks in for the try.
And it is gotten.
UCLA dots down for the try for the 5 points there.
Trying to get that jersey number so we can inform you guys who got that try.
That was a.
Is that number 14? I think it was number 14, Chloe Nebula. What a name.
No, so they just scored a try, and now it's a 2-point conversion if they make the goal.
My apologies. Niebla? Niebla.
Chloe Niebla. She is a junior wing from Westminster, California. UCLA seems to have a lot of players from California on their team this year.
Looks like they have majority California, some from New York, and actually one from France, from Paris.
Wow.
Who's on the reserves for today?
16 players on the Bruins team, all from California, both north and south.
Let's see how GCU women's responds here. It's all about in rugby understanding that the opponent probably will score at some point, and how you come back from that off the kickoff.
And it looks like the 2-point conversion was given to UCLA. That makes it 7-3. UCLA is now up with 7 minutes left in this half. Let's see how GCU can respond to this. Sam with the kick. Caught by Amelia Farrell. But it is bobbled and ends in UCLA's possession. Kick.
Covered by Janice, who whips it to Sam Garcia.
Sam Garcia carries it on over to Malaya Stewart.
Malaya Stewart with some nice meters down the wing. Nice carry from Sydney Willis.
2, zoom in. 3, on 3.
Over to Atira, to Amaya, to Sam.
To Lauren Campbell.
Lauren
With
Campbell
the
go
big stiff arm.
and she's taken down, but GCU remains possession. Over to Amaya. Amaya going with the push. She's passes on out over.
Offload to Joanne.
And
Joanne
gets
scores
it.
in the corner for GCU women's.
Joanne Alvarez, that is a sophomore from Yigo, Guam. She stands at 5'3" and has gotten this try to make the score 8-7. GCU leads.
I think that puts her in conversation for the leading try score on
Is
this
that
team.
so?
Yeah, she came in today with 2 tries.
So she's all tied up with Sam, Kat, and Maya and Angel today.
And it's a battle for who can get that next one.
Guess we'll have to find out on March 2nd.
I mean, I don't think these girls are done scoring today. If I had to be honest.
That's a very good point. It's gonna be a battle today then. And Sam's going in for the 2-point conversion. Let's see if she can get it.
That's good. You're good.
Going in for the kick.
2 on the other side of the field to get UCLA.
Good strike by
Close.
Sam.
Oh.
Just short.
Hits the pole, and it's
Unlucky.
unfortunately a 1-point difference between these two teams on this beautiful Saturday afternoon here at Grand Canyon University.
Stabilize 3. You're a really good spot. Follow UCLA in. Following in UCLA on 3. 2 looks good.
Just a little over 4 minutes left in the first half.
I think that's exactly what the GCU women's team needed. A little spark given by Joanne Alvarez. Recovered by Sydney Willis. Another hard carry.
Over to Amaya.
To Chloe, who barrels one over.
Back to Amaya.
To Kalea. Oh, unfortunately, forward pass. I think that's the men's team. Not liking that call, not agreeing with that call.
It's great to see GCU men's rugby team come out and support their ladies.
I mean, they support us, so we support them. It is a blessing to have a good men's team and
Women's team
a
for
good
sure.
women's team.
Yeah, absolutely. Scrum coming in.
Big push from GCU women's. UCLA gets it out. Looking to go wide.
And
Through
the ball is
hands.
dropped.
Given to Sam Garcia
up
down the
by Maya.
sideline. GCU looks to reset on offense.
Over to Amaya.
Over to Joanne. Advantage high tackle for your GCU women's.
They maintain possession.
Something happened. You're tilted.
Big carry for Lauren Campbell.
She had someone held it under her foot, and she's still able to push yards.
To Chloe, who
with the stick.
barrels one over.
Still
Barrels
going.
another over.
Chloe with the pass to
Sam.
Sam. And Sam's taken down. Great push. Great push by Chloe.
Beating defenders in the
Atira.
middle of the field. Atira so close to that UCLA line. Seems that the ref is coming back for the UCLA or the GCU advantage.
Was that a penalty that was a little delayed on calling?
Yeah, so the ref has the ability to call advantage
Mm-hmm.
on penalties, and I don't know. I would seem that the penalty would have been null and void once we got about 10 meters
Yeah.
past their line, but
Seems he called it back.
he seems to have called it back.
And a line out going to GCU.
GCU with another line out opportunity near the 5 meter. So close to getting that maul in here.
Ref is the one wearing the blue and.
And would you mind explaining to our viewers what a maul is?
A maul is just, like I said, another contest for the ball. So the girls will go up, get lifted, jump and get lifted, bring it down, and since they're not immediately tackled, they can come and all push together against UCLA. They seem to go off the top here.
Heard. And the ball's dropped. Picked up by Joanne. Sorry, Kalea.
You can zoom out a little bit too. On 2. Got it. That's good. That's good. 3.
So mauls, they're only done during lineouts.
It can happen at any time.
Oh,
So
okay.
if there's no tackle and there's an equal contest, an equal push for the ball, and the player that is carrying comes on to the ball, then it's an equal push.
Marley Shorter coming in for the end of the first half. Oh, sorry about that. I meant to say Cyan Callier coming in.
Up to the refs. Up to the refs.
UCLA with the up and under kick. Sam Garcia with the catch. Bulls went over. Ruck GCU. Cyan with the ball. Cyan with the big carry.
Over to Amaya. Back to Atia.
To Joanne. To Bianca. To Amaya.
Quick passing going on
underhand
here.
scoops it to Malaya.
Malaya's not unable to get through, unfortunately, but the ball still remains in GCU's hands.
Captain Didi with the carry. GCU seems to be getting it out here. Maya around the corner. Maya looking for the offload. Can't get it.
Nearing the end of the first half here. The timer has stopped, but the ref still has some extra time from that previous injury that's left on his watch.
Time could be over. In rugby, the only way to stop at halftime is if the ball goes dead, which I believe we just saw.
Yep, and it appears to be halftime right now. 8-7, GCU leads the UCLA Bruins in this rugby match. Only a 1-point difference, so ending off the first half where it's still anyone's game. We will be right back with some commercials for this halftime. See you soon.
I'm Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I'm here at Ability 360 in Phoenix for the Ability 360 Valley Shootout Wheelchair Basketball Tournament. Ability 360 is a center for independent living that advocates for people to be as independent as possible with their disabilities. They have advocacy programs, community integration, independent living, and a sports and fitness center, which is hosting the Valley Shootout this weekend. 10 wheelchair basketball teams from the Western United States are here this weekend, competing in this unique challenge of strength, agility, and teamwork.
So this tournament is a D2, D3 division tournaments. There's 3 divisions, adult divisions in the NWBA, D1, D2, D3. We happen to have D2 and D3 team, and we've been running it here for 7 years.
The National Wheelchair Basketball Association requires teams to play 10 games to qualify for the national championships.
So we don't necessarily play for a trophy or a championship. We're just playing a number of games. It's a pool play.
In addition to qualifying for national championships, these players enjoy playing hoops for many other reasons.
It's really good that the crowds come out because it helps us and motivates us. A lot of times we have events that people don't come out. So as you can see, we have a lot of people on both sides that come out and we can hear the cheering and stuff. So it's fun. It's really fun.
I think for me, wheelchair basketball, the biggest thing has been being able to grow up and be around people who are like me, because that's not something that everybody like us has access to. So I would say the social aspect is the most important for me, and all the physical success has been a byproduct of it.
Wheelchair basketball was invented by injured soldiers after World War II who wanted to stay active. But you don't need to be injured to play. It was played in the inaugural Paralympic Games in Rome in 1960. Players have to dribble the ball at least once for every 2 pushes of the wheelchair. It uses the same court and hoop height as regular basketball. Reporting from the Valley Shootout at Ability 360 Sports and Fitness Center in Phoenix. For the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Jason Gould.
Hello everybody, this is Jonathan Melendez from Arizona State University reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. For today's segment, we're going to be talking about how the Phoenix Suns have a new All-Star duo in Devin Booker and Kevin Durant.
NBA All-Star starters were announced on January 25th on TNT, with Kevin Durant being selected for his 14th All-Star nomination of his career. Among Durant's long list of accolades, Durant has earned 2 All-Star Game MVP nominations as well. Booker also earned his 4th nomination last week as an All-Star reserve. Booker has been nominated as an All-Star for 4 of the last 5 seasons of his career, missing out only on last year's All-Star nominees. This year marks the start of a new All-Star duo in the Valley in Booker and Durant. Prior to this year, the last duo in Phoenix to be named All-Stars was Booker and Chris Paul, who were both named All-Stars in the 2020-21 season as well as the 21-22 season. Durant is averaging 28 points per game, 6 rebounds and 6 assists, as well as a steal per game, and is in 5th place among all players in points per game. Booker is currently tying his last year's points per game average, which is a career-high 28 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 7.2 assists. Booker is top 8 in points per game among all players and top 10 in assists per game. Booker and Durant are the only duo in the league to be among the top 10 in scoring as teammates. Booker is also the only player to have 2 of the top 8 highest scoring games this season after scoring 62 in a loss against the Indiana Pacers and 52 in a win against the New Orleans Pelicans. The Suns have had a number of setbacks this season that have put them in 6th place in the Western Conference with a 29-21 record, but look to right the ship with rotation players like Mobile making their returns to the court. Bradley Beal is also still dealing with a broken nose, which he suffered on January 25th, but has not missed a game since then despite his injury. This has been Jonathan Melendez with the Varsity Sports Show, and thank you for listening.
This is Ella Walter-Sanchez from Arcadia High School reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. With baseball season starting up at all levels, I wanted to highlight a training center that offers affordable lessons for both baseball and softball nationwide and in the Valley. There are 4 locations around the Valley and 150 nationwide. Today, I'm here specifically at the Scottsdale location located on Talking Stick and Pima Road.
Facility, we have a few different options. Open to the public. We also offer memberships that definitely save some money for you guys. To the public, we're looking at machine. So whenever you walk in, we have automatic pitching machines. We also have private cages that you can reserve in increments of 30, 60 minutes, bucket of balls, tee, L screen. You can take batting practice in there, those sort of things. And then as far as lessons and instruction, we have a handful of baseball and softball instructors, do everything from infield, outfield, hitting, catching, basically anything you're looking to work on.
At DBAT Scottsdale, they offer more than 50 camps, clinics, and classes each year, which is a great opportunity for aspiring baseball and softball players. With spring break coming up, DBATS is offering a spring break camp from the 11th through the 15th for children ages 6 through 12. What is so great about programs like DBATS is they offer versatile options for everyone.
We've been around for a little bit now. The company in general has been around for a while. What's cool about us is we have no affiliation with anybody. So everybody's welcome. You know, we get friends that are just coming in to hang out, hit on the machines. We got people coming in here to work on our craft. And we get a very, very wide range of kids, ages, 4 or 5, all the way up to high school.
And we are back. Little quick halftime there, starting a little bit early for the Lopes and Bruins for the second half.
Another 40 minutes of some great rugby, I think. I mean, obviously both teams still very much in this game, and I think for GCU the halftime was, hey ladies, we're here. We're knocking out the door every single time. We haven't played a lick of defense in our own half, and the one try was just a good try by UCLA.
It was unlucky for GCU. They seemed to be caught off guard in that moment, and UCLA took advantage of that.
Long kickoff from Sam Garcia. Good tackle from Chloe Williams. She seems to be in every tackle.
Seriously.
And in every carry that she possibly can be, and not rolling away for GCU.
Chloe Williams, she is a junior flanker from Eagle, Idaho.
Eagle, Idaho. Some great rugby players to come out of Eagle, Idaho. In the past years for both men's and women's team. We had a couple of them on our men's team recently, as of last year. So
I feel like Idaho is just a great state to play rugby in.
Yeah, there's
Been
a
out
lot
there
of
a few times.
lot of great rugby in Idaho and Utah as well.
Idaho, known for potatoes and rugby. Got a maul for UCLA and is overthrown, but back in their possession.
Line out not straight by UCLA. Now GCU has the penalty GCU for coming into the tunnel. You cannot lift into the tunnel. You must lift them straight into the air.
Wow. And it's a line out for UCLA.
It's actually going to be on that side. If you could zoom out, maybe you have like a really good, really full shot. Zoom out and move back. Yep.
Line out throwing for UCLA.
And it is received.
One by GCU. Maya Little with the carry.
On two.
Given over to Amaya.
To Chloe.
Chloe going in.
Bouncing back to the short side. Unfortunately, knocked on. Going back to the knock-on advantage. UCLA scrum.
No injuries, we're good. Unless you don't have to be too worried about it. Two zoom in.
We have a Bruins player getting checked out by GCU Sports Medicine. She doesn't appear to be injured, but there just could be an issue with the uniform. But we do have number 23, Celine O, coming in.
On two. Now we're.
My mistake. That was actually number 13, Lauren Hayashi. She is a sophomore from Honolulu, Hawaii.
You ever been to Honolulu?
I have. Quite a few times. It's beautiful out there.
Big scrum for GCU women's. UCLA able to retain possession. Oh, little step and go by number 12, Amelia Farrell. Big counter ruck by GCU women's.
Well done.
Unfortunately, penalty. And that's another 10 for talking. Time off.
I can't have you staying still on a play. I really need the camera going.
Ref giving Chloe a talk, and Danielle decides to join.
Yeah. Like, if you're still on.
Some refs are okay with a little back chat from players.
Mm-hmm.
You know, being like, hey, I don't agree with that call. Some, which this ref, which I've had before, does not. He is very quick to call the back chat and
Gotcha.
saying, hey, let me ref the game.
Mm-hmm.
You play.
You know, it's his job, and that's what he's getting paid for. So sometimes he likes to, you know, keep it that way. And looks like it could be a tap and go for UCLA. There we go. And we're off.
On 3.
Knock on UCLA GCU women's scrum.
There's going to be a scrum. Zoom in on the scrum.
Scrum's about to begin. It is GCU's scrum.
On 2. 1. You can tighten up a lot.
Now, there are moments in a scrum where, although GCU is the one putting the ball under there, UCLA can still come out with possession. Is that correct?
Yeah, so in a scrum, just like in all facets of rugby, it is a contest for possession. So each contest for possession is a little bit more favored to whatever side.
Yeah.
So the put in, the hook from number 2, Maya Little, it's kind of easier when you're getting pushed in from that side. Same thing with the line out, the throw. The throw means a lot.
It's usually thrown to GCU, but it's thrown to whoever has possession of that ball. But it really can be anyone's at the end of it. And that was Joanne, who was just taken down. But it remains with GCU. Over to Sam.
Over to Kat Brambick, who has the pace.
She's still going.
Rips through 2 tackles. Finally brought down.
Couldn't get past the third, but GCU still able to maintain possession.
To Amaya. To Lauren Campbell.
Lauren Campbell pushing through. And I'm back to Amaya.
To Joanne, who dummies.
Joanne's
it's
still
through
going.
the line. It's finally tackled about 15 meters away from that UCLA Bruin line. To Cyan.
Cyan's pushing through. Is she able to get past? Unfortunately, no. She's taken down. But the ball remains with GCU.
To Angelique Schrock, who puts it over the line.
And there's the try.
The second try of the day for the Lady Lopes. Yeah.
That try was done by Angelique Schrock. She is a junior from Orange City, Iowa.
Orange City, Iowa.
Never been there.
They play some great rugby in the Midwest.
There you go. After that try, the score is now 13-7. GCU is up by 6 points. Could be 8 if Sam Garcia is able to make this 2-point conversion.
This conversion is huge. Go up.
Can make a big difference.
Instead of a 1-try game, it's a 2-score game here.
Yep. So let's see if she's able to accomplish it. And it's good.
Up and in.
That
for Sam Garcia.
GCU with a 2-score advantage. 15-7 with 31-30 left in the second half. It's been a great game so far.
Keep following them.
Here we go for the UCLA restart.
On 1. 2, there's going to be a kick.
So fun fact about the UCLA Bruins, they actually are ahead and are at the top of their conference currently.
Which is, like I said before in pregame, this D1 Elite Women's Division is very, very competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Obstruction there, unfortunately, for GCU. You cannot run in front of a player without the ball. This isn't football, no blocking.
It's going to be UCLA scrum.
We have a change here.
Coming in, number 19.
Number 19, Lucia Pogue from Bloomington, Illinois. Off for Sydney Willis, who had a great day today. Great day from Sydney Willis.
Another penalty?
Falling, so not supporting your own weight in the scrum is the call there. Unfortunate for the GCU women's.
And a line out for UCLA.
Oh,
no.
Not finding touch. Fielded by Kat Brandbick.
Over to
Her pass
Sam.
was to Sam. Finds Malaya off a missed pass. Over to Bianca, who unfortunately knocks it on for the women's. Let's see if we can get a good scrum here for GCU.
What is your... Oh, seems like we're going to be jumping back down to the field with Alex Medina taking over with Lindsay Mahoney. Take it away, Alex.
Okay, I'm down here right now with Coach Mahoney. Coach, you guys have had a few tries since the last time I spoke to you. The score is currently 15-7. How's the team feeling, and how has the crowd played into the role?
The crowd is very energetic, which I always appreciate. The team is feeling good. Obviously, at halftime, we felt like we weren't really playing our game, so we wanted to step it up and bring some energy in that second half. They did with that early on try, so just hoping that we can eliminate some of these knock-ons and continue with that good energy.
Okay, you hear it from Coach Mahoney.
Thank you.
And we are back. That was Alex Medina interviewing Lindsay Mahoney, the head coach for GCU Women's Rugby, who is currently on her 5th year of coaching. So she is one with the family.
Yeah, another not rolling away penalty for GCU. UCL looks here to take some points, get back some of that lead that GCU has.
And if they make this, that'll make it a one-try game.
One-try game,
And
correct.
UCLA could take the lead if they get that 2-point conversion before GCU is able to get a try.
There's a kick attempt to zoom in on the kick. Zoom in on the kick attempt. Zoom in on the kick attempt.
And it is good. That makes the score 10-15. GCU still up.
Daisy Klink for UCLA seems to be, like I said, a do-it-all 5-tool player. Kicks points, kicks conversions, kicks restarts. She seems to do it all for the UCLA Bruins.
She is a senior lock from White Plains, New York.
To get ready for the kick to be received deeper in. Like, so get ready for UCLA. Go on UCLA side.
Sam going for the kickoff.
Yeah. There you go. The one that's kneeling there is probably gonna get the kick.
And we are off.
Right there.
26:30 left in this half.
Good return for UCLA. Looks like UCLA is going to go the pick and go route. Like I said earlier, a great way to just calm down the team and restart possession, get some good carries.
So pick and go, does that involve multiple attempts at moving forward without having to actually push?
Having to pass, yeah.
Pass. Sorry,
no
that's what I meant.
pass.
So
yeah.
So pick and go is just moving the ball forward without having to pass.
Yeah.
Heard.
2 on 2.
Back over to Klink.
Look like we're going back to the advantage. Penalty GCU.
On 1.
So Colin, what is your favorite part about rugby?
Honestly, the game's great. the like action of going out there and playing and tackling and hitting is all great, but for me personally, it's the culture, it's
Yeah.
the family aspect.
I believe it.
I got people that I've played with years and years ago that I could call today and have a great conversation with, or go out for a cup of coffee.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I mean, being in a rugby team, you like you said earlier, you guys try and make 15 people all one, and I feel like with that comes just a bond that doesn't exist in other sports.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of sports, they say it's like going to war, but rugby, it's really like that.
Yeah, I believe it.
It's a really physical sport, and all respect to the girls out here today and the men that we play. Anybody that laces up the boots has my respect.
Mm-hmm. Is that another pick and go for UCLA currently?
And yes, getting to hit people is fun as well.
There we go. I was waiting for that answer.
Yeah.
Over to Yoshina.
Great tackle by Amaya.
2 on 2.
Our girls just giving nothing away here.
They are not letting UCLA into their half.
Great poach. Great counter-wrecking poach by GCU. To Cyan, who passes it to Lauren. It seems to be fumbled around.
Got an energetic crowd this afternoon.
Yeah, we got the men's team here in full support. I know a lot of families are in attendance. If you hear that cowbell, ladies and gentlemen, that is Sam Garcia's family.
Gotta love Sam Garcia's family with the cowbell.
Gotta love the cowbells.
Another scrum coming our way.
I don't know about the girls' team, but the men's team, we sure do love a scrum.
Yeah,
We
I
sure
believe
do
it.
love a scrum.
And personally, I feel a scrum is actually one of my favorite aspects of rugby.
It's great, man.
It's
great.
It's a lot of teamwork, and it just seems very very beneficial when it goes your way.
Short line by Kalea from Amaya. Janice picks and goes, dummies! Oh,
almost
great
gone
tackle
through
by UCLA. Out to Joanne.
Joanne
Steps
through.
inside.
Back to Amaya.
To Maya, who's so close, about 2 meters from that line.
It's going to be close for GCU here.
To the captain, Didi.
And it's a
To
quick pass over to Bianca.
Steps inside.
Bianca still goes.
To the left.
To Lauren.
Lauren almost through. They're really trying.
To Janice.
Janice
Again, great goal line defense by UCLA.
GCU is, UCLA, they are not letting GCU pass that line.
It was a knock on GCU. We're going back to the advantage of offsides.
It's always so unfortunate.
Time off for an injured UCLA player.
We hope that they are okay. So I said this once, and I'm going to say it again. GCU has beat UCLA 7 times in a row since they've played each other. 2 of those were even playoff matches in 2019 and 2022.
Yeah, I mean, nothing less of a rivalry.
Right.
I mean, I think that UCLA today has shown tremendous leaps and bounds from the last time I've seen them play GCU women's. And it's great to see equal playing fields and level
Absolutely.
contests in any sport.
Whether it's rugby, football, soccer, it's always great to see that happening.
You love a game that goes down to the wire.
Exactly.
2 and left.
Seems like the UCLA player is okay.
Good to see her. She's still able to stay on the field.
Going back to the penalty. See what GCU does here. Quite a few options. And they go scrum.
What a choice.
I mean, they've been getting good go forward and good push all day from the scrum.
absolutely.
So why not?
If the
Why
scrum's
not?
working, keep it up.
Yeah, let the girls scrum and let the girls work.
2. Take that shot. 3. Try to get.
Waiting on that scrum to begin.
Crouch, bind, set.
On 3.
GCU put.
Ball rolling. Oh, hey, there.
Looks like they're going to drive this one in to Joanne Alvarez, who goes
And
over
she
the
gets
line
it.
for her second try of the day.
Second try of the day. Now, does that put Joanne as the top try for the season?
I think she is the top try scorer for the season.
That puts her at what, number 4 tries this
Four
season?
tries. Four
Wow.
tries on the season.
Good for Joanne getting to put herself on top. That changes the score to now 20-10 GCU with 20 minutes remaining in the second half.
It's a war of attrition out there. So
yeah, absolutely.
being able to just keep going and be right there, but not let your head down because you're not in the try zone yet, and just keep pushing and keep working.
Sam Garcia going for the 2-point conversion. Let's see if she can make it 22-10. Going for the kick. And it's good.
And it's good. 22-10 here with about 20 minutes to play. See how UCLA responds here, because one more by GCU and
it could be a hard hitter.
Yeah, it could be a hard comeback. UCLA needs one fast.
For sure.
One in blue is UCLA. I was like, follow UCLA. Okay, all right, on 2. I was like, you panned to nowhere, and I was like, I can't get to you.
Taking a look at GCU and UCLA's previous matchups, seems to be that it's a pretty low-scoring game for most of their matchups. Except in 2017 and 2018, GCU beat UCLA 62-0. Way back when.
Way back when.
Completely different team now.
Yeah, completely different team. But as of recently, 10-0. So, I mean, maybe I shouldn't be surprised that we've had a close game here today.
No, not at all. This seems to be actually one of the higher scoring games, except for the 2021-22 matchup in the PDRC championship. GCU did beat UCLA 31-3. So other than those two scores, this is probably one of the higher scoring games that they've had. UCLA currently dominating the 2024 season, being 4-0 with a 26.25 PPG and a 17.25 average with difference.
Everything changes when you walk into the stadium.
Absolutely. This is Lopeland that we're talking about here, and things are different.
I mean, as a player who has played in the stadium and has played quite a few matches for GCU Rugby, I mean, the energy in here, no matter if it's 20 people in the crowd or 200 people in the crowd, it does not matter. You can hear it. It's a great atmosphere today.
And that's just something you can't complain about in any game. You know, having a good atmosphere and a good audience that's there to support your team, that's the best. In my opinion, that's the best feeling in the world.
Great scrum win by GCU.
Over to Amaya, and unfortunately not caught by number 13, Bianca Curtis.
Advantage UCLA here.
2 and left.
ball is bobbled around, but they are still able to maintain possession.
Back to the scrum knock on.
Oh, knock on.
How's your arms feeling? How are your arms feeling? Hey, they're pretty good shots, though. On one. Two zoom in. Two zoom in on the scrum.
Couple of thank yous for our GCU Club Sports Administration. We have the Director of Club Sports, Dan Nichols, and as well as our head athletic trainer, Jill Mendoza.
Jill Mendoza, I actually have came back from ACL surgery myself, and Jill has been a great help, was a great help during that entire process. Looks like UCLA getting it out wide. Sam Garcia, tacklers are out of bounds. High tackle, unfortunately.
Emma Buxton was making that line, and unfortunately, Sam Garcia was right on it.
Seems to be a high tackle, unfortunately, from Sam Garcia.
Would you explain what a high tackle is to our viewers here?
So everything, anything above the shoulders, around the neck, anything that basically below the chest area is legal. Everything above it is illegal.
Understandable.
So
don't want anyone getting knocked in the face now. You know, for such a contact sport rugby is, you guys don't really wear much gear. You know, I play a lot of soccer, and I always wear my shin guards.
I mean, there is gear to be worn. Unfortunately, Sam Garcia gets sent off there for 10 minutes.
That is a yellow card for Sam Garcia, unfortunately.
That'll be a big miss, playing 14 on 15 for the next 10 minutes, which is a majority of the game remaining. So we'll see how that impacts GCU.
Let's see what UCLA can do with that type of advantage. You know, maybe they maybe this might be an eye-opening experience for them to you know, really start pushing for those tries.
Yeah, but you know, you can wear headgear. I personally wear headgear.
Very smart.
Mouthpiece.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that,
so
not much.
No requirements on gear in rugby, is there?
No requirements.
Okay.
I think it's, in my personal opinion, safer than football if there was a bunch of pads, because it really teaches you the right way to tackle and how to tackle safe and how to go into contact safe.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, injuries in rugby, I believe, are a lot less common than there are in football. And in football, you're wearing enough padding to keep you alive and well. But in rugby, you really have little to nothing. So that's just a great aspect of rugby, is learning how to tackle properly and safely for people to not, you know, always get hurt.
Again, GCU getting called for barging into the line, into the tunnel from the line out. I think that's their second or third one today. The key is to lift your jumper just straight up and then being able to move. I think they're lifting her into the tunnel.
Got you.
So that's where the penalty is at. Throwing for UCLA here.
On three.
And it is picked up.
Knock on by GCU, UCLA scrum.
Okay, 2-3. Scrum's about to happen. Get ready for the scrum.
12 minutes remaining in this second half here. GCU still leads by 12 with 22-10 against the Bruins.
We look to have two subs coming onto the field for Joanne Alvarez, who played a fantastic game.
Absolutely.
2 tries, hard carries, and one for Cyan Kellier. Let's see what those numbers are.
Joanne gets to head off the pitch with as the #1 try scorer for the season so far. Ball moves back to UCLA's possession.
Ooh, knock on UCLA. Let's see if we can get those numbers for you, folks. Number 20 came in Lauren Roach from Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Kind of a local.
Yeah, we can totally count that as a local, even though it's kind of half California, half Arizona, but we're gonna call it Arizona for tonight.
And I couldn't get a read on the other number, but
we will get back to you on that then. Scrum coming our way for GCU. It looks like the ref is trying to.
Yeah, just a reset of the scrum here. Sometimes it doesn't set right, so the ref has all the discretion to bring them up and get them reset.
And that's not a penalty whatsoever,
No,
correct?
No.
Okay.
Just a reset of the scrum.
Yeah. And they're going to
big
push.
Scrum advantage, GCU for the big scrum. Unfortunately, knocked on in the scrum, but
darn.
Penalty advantage, penalty GCU here for the big scrum. It's always uplifting to get out of a scrum knowing that you did your job.
Right. It's enough to make you sleep at night.
Mm-hmm. That's for sure.
Heck yeah. Less than 10 minutes remaining in this half as we come to a close here. UCLA is going to make their last few attempts on getting a try this game, and GCU is hoping to hold them back.
Yeah, if they have any hope at winning this game, they got to strike at some point here.
Absolutely.
But GCU is in their half with the line out, looking dangerous.
I mean, UCLA's first try, that was a, great counter on them, and they were able to catch GCU off guard. Who knows if that can happen again or if they're just able to push through.
Maul collapses, GCU with possession. Maya Little with the carry, the pick and go. Janice to Amaya, to Kalea, through the hands of Bianca.
Fortunately, Bianca's not able to connect with that, and it ends with GCU's possession. But there's a penalty on the field.
Knock on UCLA scrum here. Again, a lot of handling issues today from both sides. You say knock on. And then...
There you go. That's good. On two. Number 3 after this.
UCLA's back setting up very, very deep. Let's see what they have planned here off the scrum.
On 3.
Big scrum from GCU women's. Ball pops out the side. UCLA ball. They get it to the wing. Dropped. Scramble for the ball. GCU comes up with it.
Over
to
to
Amaya. The 19, Lucia Pogue.
33.
Chloe with another
through.
big carry. Taking 4 to 5 girls to take her down every time. Angelique Schrupp, the other try scorer on the day.
Hey, listen, you tell Alex.
Amaya finds a gap through the line. Goose stepping her way down, trying to find that corner.
And she's brought down by the Bruins with about 10 meters left.
The other sub that came on was Katarina Clark.
There we go.
Freshman from Madison, Wisconsin.
Standing at 5'7". That's my height.
Janice trying for the dummy and go. Unfortunately, loses it in contact. We have a player down.
3, stay where you are. The player's not in there. 2, GCU Sports Medicine heading out there to attend to our injured player currently.
Kiana getting her steps in today for the athletic training.
And Kiana, she helps out the men's as well. Is that correct?
Yeah, so Kiana is our main women's or our main trainer for the men's team.
Mm-hmm.
She's been amazing for me, and I know numerous other men's players on the team. She also does club basketball and helps out with club soccer as well.
Amazing.
So
and it looks like we will be doing a scrum in just a moment here. This is going to be, I believe, UCLA scrum.
UCLA scrum here at the 5-meter, but I don't know, man. These GCU girls have been pushing the scrum over all day long.
Absolutely.
So let's see if they can win this one back. Score here.
Waiting on that set. There we are.
Ball put in for UCLA.
GCU pushes.
Good scrum from both girls.
Kick is made. Almost caught by Amaya. And it goes out of bounds.
GCU throw in here. Looks like we're getting another substitution.
Coming in, number 16, Barbara Simon. She is a sophomore from Hawaii.
Molokai, Hawaii.
Molokai, Hawaii. Could you read that first word there?
I'm not even going to try, man.
There we go. Set. Kanakakai. Kanakakai. Molokai, Hawaii.
To be determined.
And the throw-in is made. GCU's possession.
On 3. That's full shot 3.
Pass to Angelique.
Back to 1.
Back over to Amaya.
2.
Amaya taking it on.
Nice 2. I'm staying with you.
Over to Danielle.
On 1. On ready 3.
Back to Amaya. Amaya to Angelique. Angelique pushes through. And she's getting out. Is she almost able to make that try? Ooh, down right. Down right at the line.
See what the ref says here.
Celebration of the ghost.
The ref and the side judge having a talk here. Try!
It is good. Angelique's second try of the game. Making the score now 27-10. GCU up 17 points with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the second half. Number 13, Bianca Curtis going in for the 2-point conversion because unfortunately Sam is still out from that yellow card.
She should be coming back any second now.
And the 2-point conversion is good. GCU leads now 29-10 with less than 3 minutes left in this second half.
Shout out Tuesday, student assistant for Kiana.
Go to midfield.
Score here 29-10 with just under 3 minutes remaining. Let's see if GCU can get another one here.
Kick is made over to Angelique, but it bounces off her shins and is over to Bianca instead.
Offsides off the kickoff. Penalty UCLA.
That's a really cool shot. Stay on 2. Or just stay where you're at. That's pretty cool.
Looking for the tap and go here.
Now, how does an offsides off of a kickoff occur?
Honestly, I do not think that was offsides. I don't know what that call was from the ref there. That might be the first time I've ever seen that in rugby.
In a tap and go from UCLA.
Lost by UCLA. Knock on GCU scrum here.
This might be one of UCLA's. Well, it's like their second or third time on GCU's defensive half.
Yeah, the GCU women's team has done a great job at controlling their own possession.
Absolutely.
And keeping it in their end.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in rugby, it's all about territory and not wanting to play inside your own half, especially inside your own 22. So.
Fair enough.
Ready 3.
Got GCU scrum about to begin. And the girls push through. Ends into Amaya.
Ready 2.
Ooh.
Big tackle made.
2 pin right. On 2.
The fans here seem to think that was a high tackle. Chloe Williams with the carry, bumps off one.
Chloe continues.
Her work rate is incredible. Bianca Curtis trying to split the line. To Amaya, back to Chloe, another carry. She just wants that work.
I mean, it's taken a few girls to have to take down Chloe Williams here, so getting her to carry through is just kind of GCU's power move here.
Number 20, Lauren Roach with the carry.
Over to Amaya, to Angelique.
Angelique bursting through the line.
Oh,
shoelace tackle. To Lauren Campbell, who fends one, carries her for a couple meters. Quick ball out to Amaya, out the back to Bianca, with the offload to Chloe, who tries to offload backwards to Bianca.
Over to Amaya. Passed off to Lauren Roach.
On 2.
Back to Amaya. To Angelique.
Good tips ball from Marley Shorter.
Angelique's been covering some distance today, this matchup. Oh, and
Amaya puts her through. So close, about 2 meters away from that UCLA try zone.
The ref has something to say.
Yeah. Oh, and there's an injury on the play. Go to 2.
Penalty, it seems, for GCU. Didn't correctly see what the hand motion was from the ref. But it looks like another injured player for UCLA.
Ooh, it's always unfortunate.
She seems to be good. She gets up. She works on.
1 start zooming in. This will be a scrum. No, there was, but
Time pretty much evaporated here at GCU Stadium. But it looks like the Lopes have one more chance at putting it under the posts.
Let's see how we can finish this matchup today.
Lauren Campbell wants to take it herself. Ball is ripped out by a UCLA player.
And it's back in their possession. Kick is made over to Amaya,
who
catches
it.
Takes it across field. Over to Lucia.
Lucia Pogue.
Lucia. My apologies to Lucia personally. Janice coming in.
Another carry for Chloe, who bumps off too.
And Chloe
bumps off a third.
And she makes it in.
Chloe Williams. Chloe Williams, a 3-year player here at GCU. She has been one to put in the work on the field and off the field as well. Great score for her. She earned that try today.
Absolutely. She has been absolutely killing it today. And before this 2-point conversion is attempted, it is currently 34-10. GCU's up with only extra time left in the second half. So seems to be this matchup will be concluding anytime soon now. And the 2-point conversion is
good. And that is the game.
36-10. GCU comes out as winning their 8th game in a row against UCLA.
I mean, not much elopes today.
Absolutely.
They really earned this scoreline and this victory. A great story of, might not work out in the first half. It might be close, but, coming back hard into the second half and really keeping your heads up and knowing that it's just a game. It can change at any time.
Anytime. And, coming into the second half with that strong mindset was able to keep them alive, and they were able to, end with a 26-point lead. We're going to cut back down to Alex for a post-game interview with also our player of the game. Take it away, Alex.
Okay, I am here with Coach Mahoney and Joanne Alvarez, the player of today's victory. Coach, how did Joanne play into the game today? She had 2 tries.
She did great. She always went forward. She might be tiny, but she's mighty. Her nickname is the Baby Rhino, so she does exactly that. She goes forward. She's hard to stop. She's great on defense, so all-around player.
Joanne, did you do anything differently to prepare for today's game?
I think it's just like a switch of a mindset. Like once you're on the field, it's just go, 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 and like gain yards as much as you can, and like just 100% with your effort.
Now, you guys are getting ready to face Claremont McKenna. How are you guys feeling about that game?
We're looking forward to it. They just went up to D1, so they've been great. They've gotten 2 D2 national championships, so we're excited to see what they got.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Alrighty, that concludes our matchup today for GCU Lopes coming out on top against the UCLA Bruins. It was a great matchup tonight, and it's all part of the game.
It's always a pleasure to call, a GCU game and especially show these women's players their talents. Great game today.
Absolutely. Once again, I am Davis Noble, Grand Canyon University student with Varsity Sports Show.
I am Colin Knowlton and from the GCU men's team, and thank you for having me today, man.
Absolutely. And we thank you everyone for listening, and you guys have a beautiful rest of your evening. Good night, everybody.